Hello guys, this is Ascend for the weekly video. I'm showing my results and also doing a live play video. So this video is for educational entertainment purposes only. Don't gamble. If you do, you will lose all your money. Before starting, I want to say that I will be uploading my results like I did so far every week and doing different live play videos. Subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of them. I'll be giving away $500 if I'm not playing 500 NL in 1 year to people who are in my Discord. You have 5 months to join. The link will be in the description box below. This will be a giveaway just for my Discord members who joined 6 months before the, the challenge is over. So onto my weekly results now. This is the graph, but there is a problem with this graph is that I used No-HUD and No-HUD was banned, I think it's temporarily, on WPN, which means that I can't use No-HUD. And that's the only HUD that will track hands on Chico network. So basically, the results are not correct, but I will now show them the correct results here. So week 36. These are the correct results. I get these results by subtracting the initial balance from the final balance and tracking every day. So basically, I made about 2.8K before rakeback. This is before rakeback. And I made about 250 in rakeback. So the total is about 3K. I'm not very happy with my hours played. I was on a really good streak here, but now it dropped, so not really happy with that. But I will talk about a bit about that in a bit. So that's basically the results. I played mostly 100 NL. So the difference between these results and the graph is that the results here include Chico, and in the graph they don't. So I made about $900 on Chico network. And that's basically it. So my thoughts. So I realized this week that I think that my game was never this strong technically. But my mental game, I never worked on my mental game so far, so I realized that I need to work on it. And now I'm starting to read Mental Game of Poker by Jared Tendler. So this is something that I will be doing because I think that even though like I won like around 30 buy-ins this week playing 100 NL, every single session I'm basically tilted, which means that my mental game is definitely not very good. So I need to work on it basically. And I think this is an accumulation of stress and frustration because of my recent downswing. So I think that I have entitlement basically, where I think that I should be playing 200 NL or more, but I'm not because of the downswing. So I feel very tilted. So I need to work on this. I think this is all. And now we will be moving on to the live play part of the video. Okay, so let's start the live play video. I brought an RNG here. I will be playing without a HUD just because I really don't have sample on these people. So yeah, the RNG is not really working. Okay. Anyways, so this guy bets big. I mean, I think that on this board we should actually be check calling sometimes this end, but because this guy's probably a recreational. Given the broken stack, I will just check raise given his bigger sizing, but seems like they have nothing. Okay. I will not be playing with the HUD simply because um, I don't have any sample on these people, so it's indifferent to play with the HUD. So on this board, I will definitely be checking back quite a lot. On a low number, I will bet though. Low number for me is aggressive. So I'll be betting off pot on this board when I bet, but I will not bet very frequently here on these types of boards, and this should develop a leading donking range there. Should be developing donks there, just because that board is so good for him in relation to me. So with the recreational, this end is probably not that open, but with the recreational and on the big blind, I think I will open. So on this board, against the recreational, I'm mainly betting, and I will use a bigger sizing on this board, even though against recreational, I think small sizing is completely fine. Now, this hand will definitely barrel sometimes, so yeah, on an 18 I will barrel. And here I was too distracted, to be honest, so I didn't play the hand correctly. I should bet the flop. I thought I was calling in the big blind, sorry guys. I should bet the flop there, definitely. In these videos, I'll be playing a bit looser pre-flop just because I want to play more hands so that we have more action. Um, 8 deuce is not going to cut it. So this board I will definitely be checking back quite a lot, and this time I will definitely check back. Should develop very high frequency probe with a small sizing on this turn. Yeah, I think that's fine, but I think that mainly should be using the small sizing. Simplifying this one to betting 1/4, even though checking is also fine on this board actually. It's not a range bet board, I don't think. Definitely defending against 2.5x. And here out of position, I'm just going to check. Even though against recreational, it's fine to bet this board because they will have too much trash in their range. So this hand will definitely mostly be checking back, but if we roll low enough, I would be betting with a big sizing. Definitely calling here. Can't fold just yet. That's a very bad turn. Bad river, actually. So I think I need to call here against an off pot with a gut shot. And now just bluffing. I think he will ever fold the king or any pair, so it's just trying to make him fold like some random 10-9, queen 10, etc. Ace high. Okay. So this board I will definitely not betting always, but on a 34, going for the off pot on these types of boards. Very bad turn for me, definitely. Nice lead by him on a 76. I will not be raising. And you're going for the off pot. And here I'm going to bet again with the pocket tens, and you're just folding. And just checking back the pocket tens. No. There's his king. I think we can value bet definitely. Pocket tens is just too thin. Even on a brick river, I don't think we can value bet pocket tens there. So this hand, and in theory, is not an open, but here I'm just going to do it. Defending the 5-4 against the sizing. I think it's fine, even though it's probably close. This hand will not check raise very much, but definitely check calling. And I will bet 25% here for value. I think it's fine. And definitely folding against the raise. I don't think people find enough bluffs in this line. Just folding. On position on a monotone board. It snap check back, which means very likely it doesn't have a very strong range. And now I will definitely value bet here. Once he snap checks back twice, I'll value bet small to get called by pocket eights, these kinds of hands. And the ace-9 fold now. This board for me will be a simplification range check, blind versus blind. On the queen, oh, this is interesting, definitely. I think I will bet small, but I don't like it very much, to be honest. This is an interesting situation to check later. Our range, we definitely have a lot of mid pairs, etc., that are looking for protection. At the same time, we also have very strong ends that want to bet big. Like deciding one single sizing is kind of complicated there. These guys are short, otherwise I would be squeezing. Don't want to get check shoved. No, I just can't do anything. 87 will be checking back this man. This guy bleeds big, which is okay. Recall. And he leads big again, which is interesting, definitely. So betting range here for small sizing. Awful. This end definitely, I don't think, wants to bet quite a lot just because we block pocket eights, we block pocket sevens, we don't block any jack X. So I think this end will be mostly a check back. And now we go for the bet check bet for sure. And we just need to go for the bet check bet. Even though this hand is not great for the bet check bet, but I think he will have a lot of ace size and he that bet, which I think should mostly value bet, but that's fine to check. Definitely. This board, I'm going to simplify and check. On this card, I think I would play over bet or check. With this hand, definitely checking. And now we definitely value bet for something like 3/4. I think it's fine. Definitely have a lot of value with this hand. Going to a 3-bet. Okay. So I would 3-bet this end just because every time, just because I'm recording the video, but that's like I mean 3-bets and it's short. I don't think we can do anything. Out of position, folding the ace-9. This guy's very likely recreational. I'm going to flat just because this guy's in the pot. So I'm going to check our position here. Going to check back. No? Yeah, no, we just can't call here just because this guy bets small, this guy calls. I mean, it's just, it will be very difficult to realize our equity there. And we have the worst hand a lot of the time. Here on the 25, I'm going to bet, even though checking back is fine. This guy check shows, so yeah, I think he was strong there for sure. Not a lot of action right now. So I'm going to open for the video, just play a bit more hands. Interesting spot. Pocket threes with a spade. Even though it's against middle position, I think we just need to call one. Like against button is definitely a call, but against middle position is a bit closer just because his range is much stronger. And against the turn barrel, we can't do anything. We check here, just simplifying for the check call with ace king. Yeah, even against this sizing, I think we just need to call with the backdoor flush with the king of diamonds. Yeah, this is a very annoying, but I think we need to call one more. Very interesting spot. Yeah, now we need to call just like this guy is very likely recreational, even though we will be losing quite a lot, but against the sizing we just can't do anything. Yeah, and he has random, so you can see that people are definitely randomly barreling here. Unfortunate. Let's see what they have. So kings and jacks, okay, nothing special. That guy had 5 deuce suited, so if I was playing these games, I would definitely note that that guy is probably over bluffing a lot of situations, definitely. So I would try to mark him somehow and take a note there. Let's 3-bet this one. And here we're not, I don't think we're range betting, but I will simplify for today. And we'll be checking this card. I think this hand will be turned into a bluff. And yeah, we can't call here. So this guy, I mean, pretty interesting. I think he should be careful there. I would definitely check raise something with a straight blocker. Just because he's really capped if you think about it. Like, if I had like Jack 10, I would probably check raise quite a lot and just put him in an awful spot. If he's betting too thin, for example, ace 10 or something like this, or ace 9 or some stuff like this. Check calling the flop. And now okay, we will check on a 93. I would check raise, but once he bets spot, I think just check calling. Yeah, it's too polarized, so. I think that mostly betting is fine, but sometimes check raising is fine because it will still reopen the action with hands like king queen, for example. So going for the check raise, it's fine. And he will have these kinds of air hands that might want to go for the bet check bet, which I think is fine completely in his shoes, to be honest. I think his play is very good. I think his play is bad against the field. So we will be defending this one, even though this is not 100% defend. And we actually flop a set. Very interesting, 54. Okay, so this guy bets big. I'm just going to check call on a 54. This is pretty close already, to be honest. This is pretty close because it's betting multi-way, and this hand will not improve at all, ever. And now we're just going big, even though his range is very polarized. So I will actually check here, just because his range on the flop, if you think about it, is very polarized. So he will now reopen the the action with his overpairs and ends that want to bet for value always. And he will have some bluffs. So I think that in that situation, we just want to go for the shake jam. Yeah. So I don't want to go too deep into this because whatever. But I mean, I think it's quite simple to understand, to be honest. So King Queen I will be squeezing, so both of them call, and here multi-way I will actually check here. Trying to realize my equity. Okay. I will actually bet smaller. And now that he calls, I will actually jam here for value. It's a bit thin, but it's exploitative, definitely. So the idea behind this jam is that when I bet small on the turn is and it just calls is very capped here, 100% capped. So I can go extremely thin for value, and this is one of the exploits that we can implement, is that we don't only bluff a lot in this spot, but we can also go very thin for value. And it's kind of thin if you think about it, but you will have a lot of like queen jack, ace jack. Ace jack not really, but because it will bet the flop versus when I check quite a lot, but the idea is that his range is very capped, so definitely value betting is fine once his range is super capped. And yeah, I think I will start wrapping it up here. So 476, we will mostly check back, not on this roll though, going for the F pot on this board. And we will start wrapping it up. So once again, if you guys want to stay tuned to my updates, where I will be showing my results weekly, every single week, probably at least until the end of the year, I will be doing that. Just subscribe to not miss any updates, and if you want have a chance to win $500, just join my Discord, and if I don't play 500 NL until next year, I will be giving away $500 to someone in my Discord. So that's it, guys. See you next week, and bye bye.